Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're gonna be going over kind of some tips for Larcenauts. Whether you're a new player or an old player, it's always good to kind of brush up on some tips and they can always be helpful. So, let's get into it. For lobby tips, something a lot of people forget about but can really be important is to do your missions. You can kind of do them as you're playing or go out of your way to do them, but they can make you a lot of extra money. You also want to remember to claim your notoriety and loot, because both of those can give you extra coins, XP, skins, even new characters, if you're lucky. For your character, though, you always want to try and kind of switch up your loadout every once in a while to try to see if you want to do something else, maybe, like try a slightly different strategy. That includes power slates, because those can really change up your game. Also, never forget to upgrade your characters. It can be very important. Okay, now it's time for in-game tips. So you can see all of those enemies are like over down there. So I'm going to use Kalima's speed to kind of try to get behind them and take them out from the inside. So when you are fighting, you want to always be moving. If you stop moving, it's going to be super easy to hit you. And so you're just going to have to always be moving, whether it's just strafing or wiggling around. Also, always remember to use your abilities. And something people don't really think about is crouching can actually make it a lot harder to hit you because you're always bobbing up and down. Another thing to remember is to overcharge your weapons. You can do this by putting your second hand on your gun and pressing and holding the trigger with that hand. This makes it so that your weapons do even more damage, and sometimes it can make it so that they even do splash damage or other things like that. Okay, so you can see here all of my teammates are Kalimas, so I'm going to try to choose something that complements them all, or goes with their loadouts. So Thal is good because he's very tanky, so while they're trying to get in close, I can kind of distract the enemy or keep the enemy occupied as I tank them out. Another thing to remember is that you can always buy characters in the shop. They cost around 4,000. For me, there's none in the shop right here, but sometimes there will be. Other than just using a player that's going to complement your teammates, you also want to use a character that's going to be good for a situation that you're in. So if you know there's a lot of people in one area, you might want to switch to a character that's going to be good for taking them all out. Another thing to remember is to use a character that fits your personal playstyle. So for me, I really like to try to get in close to my enemies. So I might want to use a character like Kalima, who can dash in close and kill everybody quickly with her shotgun or double Uzis. I also might want to use a character like Vod, who really can take out a lot of people really fast at close quarters. Another thing to remember when you're playing is don't be too serious. You're playing a game to have fun, not to completely win every game and do stuff like that. You want to always laugh with your teammates and have a good time. Don't be too serious. Okay, my final tip for you guys, and this is a very important one, so remember, just get good.